use the best of technology today to win these. We have great opportunities.
As I have said, every place I go now, given the changing demographics in the country, in which we're rapidly becoming a nation in which the majority will be people of color, it is very important that communities of color are bringing their ideas and their needs to actually lead the transformation of the nation into a place in which all can participate and prosper. I see this conference as a place where that conversation is front and center, and where the leadership for the future is going to emerge and has already emerged. So we could not be here.
What was the world that the ancestors lived in? What was the world that anyone who has roots in the South, which is the vast majority of African Americans, wherever they may live in the country now, what was the world that they were living in? How did they survive? What did they do to bear up and endure under circumstances that many of us today could not even imagine ourselves living through?
The Southern Regional Asset Building Coalition aims to advance state, regional, and national policies that build economic security for families and communities. The coalition was born from an initiative by the Ford Foundation called Building Economic Security Over a Lifetime, which promotes programs and policies to help low-income communities. The partnership of southern states includes Alabama, Florida, Louisiana, and Mississippi.
The South has always been the linchpin in efforts to create equal opportunity in this country, either as the main obstacle or as the place that has driven much of our national politics and much of our national economic changes. So the South is I would argue, the Southern region is the most important place in the country to be doing this work. And as the South goes, the rest of the country will go.
The SRABC conference is a chance for people to come together, to connect with people doing similar work, to form collaborations that can last for quite a while and assist them in taking their work to another level.
So I have a question for you. How are we going to succeed in getting what we need if we don't even talk about it, right? So we don't say economic stimulus. So if you look at the jobs numbers that Dorian showed, they're worse than Dorian's data. This is the problem. You can just keep peeling back and peeling back and peeling back.
More than 200 people traveled to Jacksonville, Florida for the 2013 SRABC conference, which offered informative plenary sessions, workshops, and state breakout sessions. Approximately 150 organizations were represented, as well as several state and national policy leaders. The purpose of the SRABC conference is to engage a diverse group of stakeholders to discuss challenges for economic growth in the Gulf Coast states, placing a special emphasis on defining policies and programs that support low-income families and communities.
One of the important things about this working with the SRABC is being in community and having the opportunity to think about new ways in which to educate people around the impact of racial wealth and inequality, and reach new people to be in dialogue around those issues.
When oppressed people win, they win for everyone. Victories for Black people are not just victories for Black people among themselves, but victories for all of us.
And when I looked at the audience as I was standing before I was about to speak, I was just thinking about how we're all connected. Everyone in the room is connected toward dealing with something that has been in place before our grandparents were born. And here we are at this special place of being in a position to have the experience, the knowledge, the data, and now the structure to be able to deal with it, and to have the benefit of hindsight to be able to say, this is how we can go forward.
The conference is a time to hear what issues are in the region, to hear comments from various people who've been in the field for a long time, and then gives us a plan for going forward.
Our hope is that over a period of time, the conference will continue to grow, create a brand that encourages and invites other organizations and individuals to join us in this work and promoting equity across the 4 Southern states.
When they walk away from this conference, we want them to be energized, excited, and say, oh, you know what, I think I can take what I've learned at that conference and use it in my day-to-day work.
But look at us now. As Senator Hill mentioned that in the beginning you could only get one legislator to a meeting, but now you've got a legislative roundtable. I want to thank the Ford Foundation for believing that this coalition was needed and has continued to support it over the years. And just want to thank you for being here in Jacksonville.